Crunches.
Hello, Rose.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead. Now I can rock my baby to sleep and sing to him, but now I need you to find the baby. I won't tell you your secret if you don't bring me my baby. Bring me my baby boy, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Okay, don't worry, Rose. I'll do it. Locked up, abused and prostituted by the hunter's men. And her mental age is barely that of a little girl. This new world seems even more cruel and more revolting to me after hearing her story.
It's pretty bad, pretty bad.
I doubt this belongs to Rose. I suppose that after installing the lights on the ceiling, those poker addicts left this old toolbox here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
From the mother's hairstyle and outfit, the photo looks like it comes from some magazine from the 50s or 60s. Besides, I'd swear that these rocking cradles went out of style a long, long time ago.
That's pretty bad. Alright, let's go. Let's stall in the fire. At the car.
The bonfire is burning very slowly. I can still see traces of clothing and toys amidst the flames. In the flames, all the hopes and dreams of Rod and his family are going up in smoke. I'm not going to add any more fuel to this fire.
We need water. I have an idea.
Okay, I'll use the bucket for what it was designed for, to be filled with water. Before I go down, I'll leave the heavy stuff here, in case the rope doesn't support my weight.
Dirty water. You. I think we did it, right?
Awesome. So now I have a bucket full of dirty water. Oh, it's clear that things are getting better by the minute.
That's funny. Oh my god. There we go. Jesus Christ, what's happening? Ah, it's because he's picking up this stuff. Alright, here we go, guys.
Here goes. Maybe we can still salvage something from the fire. Now that the fire is out, I don't intend to carry this rusty bucket around anymore. I'll get rid of it. The head of one of Colin's dolls is sticking out of the charred mess. It sends shivers down my spine to think that this hunk of plastic belonged to little Colin. It's a sinister image, considering the boy's fate. Burned remains of clothes, books, and toys. That's all that's left now with the bonfire outlit. That's odd. The drum has a huge bullet hole on one side. Everything indicates that it was being used for target practice.
Yeah, like, why would he mention that hole? I don't know. Alright, let's go give her her baby.
I'm not proud of what I'm about to do, but I need to find out that secret Rose is keeping from me. And if she wants her baby, I'll give her back her baby. I brought you your baby, Rose.
Did you bring me my baby? Did you bring him? Thank you so much, Mr. Sleepyhead. You kept your word. You brought me my baby.
Now I need you to tell me that secret you promised to reveal if I brought what you asked.
Yes, our secret. I have something that belongs to you, Mr. Sleepyhead. It's the key that opens your chest of dreams. And now, it's yours again.
But it's a real key. Well, where did you get it?
I found it in your jacket after Rod and his wife gave me your clothes. When I got to my room, the key fell on the floor and made a clinking sound. I had just seen you sleeping in their trailer, like a big bear. And then I figured it out. It was the key to the chest where you were keeping your dreams. Because you like to dream, don't you? Of course you do. That's why your name is Mr. Sleepyhead.
The key that opens my chest of dreams. Thank you very much for your help, Rose. Take good care of your son. I should be going now.
No, please. Don't go. Don't leave me here. Now that I found my baby, I have to get away from here. Far away. I have to get away from the haunted castle. If you leave, more men will come and hurt me, and they'll lock me up in the dark again. And I can't stand the dark. That's when those soldiers come back and take me with them. And now they'll want to hurt my baby, too.
The hunter was clear. I mustn't get mixed up in his affairs, or there'll be hell to pay. I'm sorry, Rose. I can't do anything.
Mr. Sleepyhead, I can't stand it anymore. Don't let them touch me again. Please help me. You have to get me out of here. Like the knight in the stories. You're my knight, and I'm your princess.
Good God. This is unbearable. Victims and executioners. It sums things up. And what was I? What was my role before the Great Wave? Damn it. I can't just leave that poor girl to her fate. I have to do something to save her, even if I don't know what that is yet. I'll help you, Rose. I'll help you get out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Sleepyhead. Do you promise? Will you be my knight in shining armor?
Yes.
Okay, so knight in shining armor. Rose implored me. Get me out of here, Michael, Rose implored me. Someone has to do something for her before it's too late. I guess. I don't know what, man.
There's makeup scattered at the foot of this mirror. I suppose those savages out there force Rose to put on makeup to make herself look older than she really is.
No, that's the cradle. Alright, Rose. I'll figure something out. Alright, so I have an idea how we can use that key. I think it was here. My studio. Oh, I can pick something up.
These stains mark the spot where that bloated psychopath knocked me down with his flashlight. Now I can say I've made my mark in this new world. Wait a minute. In all that blood, there's something white. It's a fragment of one of my teeth.
Oh my goodness.
These stains mark the spot where that bloated psychopath knocked me down with his. Now I... Like an absurd bowling match, that sack of fat in a uniform knocked over these cans in his frustrated pursuit.
We could. Can we go up there? Nice. Alright. Locked door. Key.
Let's see if my intuition is correct. Yes.
Yes, we
The
did
key
it.
that opens my chest of dreams is a key that in fact belongs to Michael Argent, photographer. The key to my own apartment.
So my name is Michael Argent. That's good to know. Is that a camera? Yes.
Wow. A classic model of that famous brand of instant cameras gathering dust on one of the shelves.
Awesome, now we can take that picture for those bad
A somewhat
men.
antiquated model of an instant camera. Despite its appearance, it seems to be in perfect working order. I only see one problem. It has no film in it.
Alright, let's find some film. Is there anything there?
Inside, there are dozens of compartments for cameras, lenses, and bags. But they're all empty. It's strange. There's not a trace of photographic material in this closet. No, I'd only rip it if I tried to pull it down without first taking out the screws.
Okay.
Whoever designed this building didn't go to too much trouble to conceal the structural elements. There are pillars and wooden beams all over the place. A line of tiny screws holds up the white backdrop that hangs from the crossbeam. I wouldn't waste too much time on this. Pounding on the screws holding the fabric won't do anything to loosen them.
I kind of would, but... oh, the teeth.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Oh, come on, that'll be brilliant.
I don't see how I can use the tooth fragment with this.
Oh,
It doesn't look like it's having any effect.
Screwdriver. Lights.
I don't see how I can use the tooth fragment with this.
That's true, that's true.
This must be the corner where I did my least complicated photographic jobs. Just a white backdrop, and these two shattered lamps to light the scene. The corner of a photograph peeking out of this old music box. It can't be. It's me. This photo. I remember it. I remember this photograph.
Please, Michael, help us. Only you can do it.
And this woman she's Emily. She's my wife. Now I remember her. The person who's been communicating with me all this time. Emily.
I love you, Michael.
And I now pronounce you.
Don't ever leave me.
I won't.
I have something to tell you, Michael.
Are you really? Oh, yes!
Things are not going well between us, Michael. You know that.
It's only a rough patch. You'll see. It's all your fault!
You have to get on top of this, Michael. It's destroying both of us. I'm afraid of you.
Shut up! Shut up! Everything will be different. Remember that vacation we took to the beach? And we were getting to know each other? Everything will go back to the way it was.
Promise me.
I promise. Oh, Emily, what does all this mean? Where are you? How can I find you? What are these messages you keep repeating in my head? I've lost my mind. I've lost my mind. That's the only logical explanation for this. Oh, Emily. My poor Emily. Where are you? How can I find you?
Pick it up. Oh.
This melancholy music makes my hair stand on end. I seem to be hearing the sad voice of Emily in every note. Where are you? How can I find you?
How about the note? I want to take that picture.
Stored safely inside this box. This is the only photograph I have left of Emily.
Really? I can't take it? That's really weird.
As dry and as empty as the contents of my memory. I see various liquor bottles scattered around the room. That explains the odor I find so unbearable. It's exactly the same view of the park and the statue that appears in the photo on the poster. No doubt this must have been one of my simplest and most lucrative jobs. I completed it without even leaving the house. What for? None of these titles means anything at all to me. It's like looking into a mirror and seeing a reflection you no longer recognize staring back at you. A shelf with photos, discs, and dozens of books in every imaginable size and color. This must be the repository for a big chunk of Michael Argent's personality and tastes. It has a multitude of little drawers, all labeled in alphabetical order. The existence of something so logical and orderly in this place surprises me. Judging from the state of my place, I was obviously a rather messy person. Alexander Tribune. That's the name of this newspaper. Now I understand. This file cabinet holds copies of newspapers and magazines my photos appeared in. It seems like as a photographer, I was very fond of my own work. Central Outrider. The title of this publication appears in the front page. First, I'll put the newspaper I took back in its place. As much as I might like my old photos, I have no intention of carrying around any more paper than necessary. Benton Heights Post, one of the many newspapers stored in the filing cabinet. Central Outrider. It's one of the many publications I was saving inside the file cabinet at home. First, I'll put the newspaper I took back in its place. As much as I might like my old photos, I have
So it takes different newspapers?
Benton Heights Post. I don't see anything noteworthy in this local newspaper, except for a pair of excellent photographs. Journal of Commerce. That's the name of this newspaper. First, I'll put the newspaper I took back in its place. As much as I might like my old photos, I have no intention of carrying around any more paper than necessary.
Okay.
Journal of Commerce. A crude, low-budget, and obscure publication. Just like all the other ones I have at home in the file cabinet. I'm afraid that my photography career hasn't been terribly successful up to now.
Ah, I wish that I was like a picture or something.
Keystone Central. The title of this publication appears in the front page. First, I'll put the newspaper I took back in its
Keystone.
place. As much as I might like my old photos, I have no intention of carrying around any more paper than necessary.
Wait.
It's the note I found on the door to the apartment.
Newspaper office. TNT. TNT.
Keystone Central. It's one of the many publications I was saving inside the file cabinet at home.
Okay.
Solstice Times. One of the many newspapers stored in the filing cabinet.
I need to figure out something with
It's the note I found on the door to the
TNT.
apartment. Sandy Ridge Sentinel. That's the name of this newspaper. Today Progress. The title of this publication appears in the front page. The New Truth. One of the many newspapers stored in the
TNT.
filing cabinet. First, I'll put the newspaper I took back in its place. As much as I might like my old photos, I have no intention of carrying around any more paper than necessary.
Oh my god!
The New Truth.
Yes!
The newspaper
Found
for
it.
those who have woken up. It looks like a decent publication, even though it was produced on a shoestring budget.
Alright, alright. Anything else?
The address of the office is at the bottom of the first page, and the article on the front
Yes.
page is under the byline of one Chris Blunstone.
We got the address, guys. Alright, alright. Put that on the GPS.
It seems like a good idea, but the GPS signal is very weak in here. I think it would be better to use it in an open area rather than indoors.
You got it. I wish that I found some film though. I wish I could take that box. Well, not allowed. Alright.
This melancholy, I seem to... Where...
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, he wants me to use it. Okay.
Of course. The letters TNT on the letterhead of Sarah and Chris's note stand for the newspaper, The New Truth. I'll enter the address of the newspaper office shown on the front page. The map indicates a place near the main avenue of the city. Will it still be standing? Let's go find out.
Oh yeah. Let's go, boys.
Good God, Michael, is that you?
There's no question about it. That's the person I saw in my vision. The person mentioned in the note I found in my house. What was his name? Hello, Chris.
Come in, quickly. It's dangerous to be out on the streets at this hour. Michael, I'm so glad to see you again. After all that time without hearing from you, Sarah and I feared the worst. But tell me, why didn't you come sooner? Where have you been all this time?
From his enthusiastic welcome, it looks like this man and I were good friends in the past, before the entire world collapsed. But can I trust him? I don't know. Do I have any other choice? It's a long story, Chris. Very long.
I'm all ears, old friend.
And while I tell him everything I can remember, the few things in my memory since waking up in Rod's trailer, I see a mixture of tenderness and compassion on his face. Something I haven't seen in anyone else since waking up in this hellhole. I haven't the slightest doubt. I can trust this man.
Well, I have some doubts, but...
I'm sorry for everything that happened, Michael. Sarah and I had been trying to get in touch with you for a long time, but the Great Wave made it impossible to find you. Now I know why. As a matter of fact, she went out to take that note to your house. I haven't seen her since. Tell me, did you find Sarah? Did she tell you she was coming here?
Sarah? I'm sorry, but I just found this handwritten note on the door. That's all.
Of course, forgive me. You already told me that you were blanked. You don't remember her. Sarah is my wife. Emily and she were close friends. In fact, they ran the Beechwood Oracle bookstore together, right below your apartment. That's how you started working with us at the New Truth. And the two of you, Emily and you, became like family to us. I want you to know that what happened to Emily affected us deeply, Michael. Sarah was devastated. We could hardly bring ourselves to speak to you at the time. I'm so sorry for what happened to her.
What the hell are you talking about?
What did happen?
Good God. Don't tell me you don't remember that either. Emily died, Michael.
But that's impossible.
I'm sorry to be the one to make you relive that hell. You yourself told Sarah and me on the phone, a little while before you returned home. It happened while the two of you were in Japan, scarcely a few days before the Great Wave hit. At the paper, we sent you on an assignment to do a photo essay on those strange lights that had been sighted in the sky over Tokyo. So you got all your photography equipment together and set off right away. Emily went with you. You two decided to use the trip as a chance to work on your marriage, which had been in trouble for a long time. You were in bad shape, Michael. Your financial problems, her miscarriages, your violent, self-destructive nature. Emily couldn't take it anymore. You were putting her through too much back then.
Things are not going well between us, Michael. You know that.
It's only a rough patch. You'll see. It's all your fault!
You have to get on top of this, Michael. It's destroying both of us. I'm afraid of you.
I can't help it. It's that demon. You know I can't help it.
From what you told us, things were getting better. After so many years, both of you were starting to rediscover each other.
Everything will be different. Remember that vacation we took to the beach? When we were getting to know each other? Everything will go back to the way it was.
Promise me.
I promise.
Until one night in your hotel, Emily started to feel sick. It all happened very fast. She was having fainting spells, vomiting, running a fever. You took her to the nearest hospital where she was admitted immediately.
Emily, what's happening? Emily! Emily!
And a few hours later, they told you she was dead. They wouldn't even let you see her body. They wouldn't let you see her. The Japanese authorities hustled you off on the next plane out. It was all very strange and disconcerting. And the very night you arrived, the Great Wave hit.
Oh, Emily. Now I remember it. I remember everything.
I remember her pale, haggard face when she took my hand. Don't worry. It's nothing. Everything will be all right, she was saying, while they were wheeling her deep into the hospital. And she waved goodbye to me, forcing a smile to cover her fear.
And then I saw it. I swear I could see how time was stopping. Little by little. in her eyes.
Emily can't be dead. She talks to me. I've been hearing her voice for some time now. You must think I've lost my mind.
From the little we were able to talk to you before you got back, we could see that her death hit you terribly hard, Michael. You felt extremely guilty for the way you treated her those last few years. You said you would never be able to forgive yourself. It's possible that the pain warped your mind, but it's also possible that what is happening to you is real.
If Emily died before the Great Wave, how can what's happening to me be real?
Let me tell you something. In spite of the catastrophe, at the New Truth, we've never stopped working. For Sarah and for me, this newspaper is our life. And since the Great Wave, our contacts and confidential sources haven't stopped bringing us the most incredible and chilling information you could imagine. Thousands, no, millions of unexplained phenomena are taking place simultaneously all over the world, Michael. We're living through the strangest and most confusing times in our history, and any hypothesis, no matter how crazy, must be taken into consideration, even what you just told me. There's no question that something extraordinary is happening all over the world because of the Great Wave, the emergence of the dissolved, and our gradual approach to the dead synchronicity point.
Ah, such a good game.